what's up. Moccasin Creek, Fear No Evil. It is Friday. You know the drill. The link will be provided down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching me. And, I've been doing this a little bit more lately, and I kind of want to give a little bit more shout outs to the artists. Because, I'm sitting here acting like a fool half the time and telling you my life story, but the artists are the ones that are kind of bringing it all in. So, couple quick things here. Sometimes we forget about the beats, and I just want to say, Dunbar, you've been having some great beats, and you're underappreciated. The rapper can't rap with no good beats, right? So you're underappreciated, and so I just want to say thank you. Very nice beats. I'm sure I think you're on this one too. I've been really enjoying the beats. I don't mention them enough. And then I think I probably said this once or twice with Jeff. Thank you, sir, for not being afraid to kind of talk about religious-based, themes, schemes in your raps. I don't expect it all the time, but I do like it. I do like seeing artists really talk about, how their faith has enhanced their life, how it's helped them, because it does, it lifts people up, and it's lifted me up. I go to work sometimes, or I'm coming home, I'll click on one of your raps, and it makes me ponder things of my successes, where I get my successes from, and my failures, what I've learned from my failures. And, a lot of the music that you have put out lately, I really relate to it, and my failures and my successes, they kind of come from the learning process that we have when we have our faith, we can really kind of lean into that a little bit. And you have really been allowing me to kind of listen to your music and then lean into my faith a little bit more lately. So I just want to say thank you about that. I kind of am like that. I mean, I think if you're watching me for the first time, I like to give the flowers to the artists. I want to let them know how impactful they are in my life, and and in other people's life. I do direct people to you guys, and I have had some feedback, some positive feedback from family members and friends. So keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing a great job dropping these raps, and I've really been enjoying them. So anyways, just wanted to say that before we got going. But here we go. Moccasin Creek, Fear No Evil, link down below. Give them a subscribe. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. They are working hard for you guys, right? Here we go. Here we go.
Through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Through the valley of the shadow of death.
Is that Psalms 23? I believe that's Psalms 23. When I was in the military, I kind of used to kind of cling to this one a little bit too. Psalms 23, I'm pretty sure.
The shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Half stepping through the valley just to wake up in an alley, see a shadow that's been lurking below. And I've been sprinting through the rubble with a Dutch on a double, sweat pouring, I've been here before. Wrong side of the track, man, listen to the fat man, the devil, he gon' break you slow. Unless you catch him with a backhand, and I went.
All right, he does break you slow. He kind of, it's kind of a creep, little tease you a little bit, creep a little bit more, and then one day you wake up and you go, you know what? I'm really screwed up, man, and the devil's really controlling me. Yeah, he very, devious, snaky. It's the snake, the snake, the serpent. You know what I'm saying? I like this. It's kind of apocalyptic. What he's talking about. Woke up on the wrong side of the track, right? Also love the choir going in the background. That's real fresh. And the piano, really, I'm digging that. I went to a church recently, and I hadn't heard an organ in a long time, and they had an organ playing. That was kind of fresh. I wouldn't want to hear it all the time because it's kind of loud, boom, boom, boom. It's kind of really loud for the ears. But a good organist, is very beautiful to the ears, every once in a while. Every once in a while. It was a Lutheran church. I'm not a Lutheran, but I'm a non-denominational guy. But, a friend of mine wanted me to come check out their church, so I did. And they had an organ playing. It was real nice. Really enjoyed it. I don't know why I got into that. But, Jeff, you're doing it to me, brother. Love the piano. Love the piano.
I will fear no evil.
Half stepping through the valley just to wake up in an alley. See a shadow that's been lurking below. And I've been sprinting through the rubble with a Dutch on a double, sweat pouring. I've been here.
Yeah, he says half stepping, then he says he's sprinting.
Half stepping through the valley just to wake up in an alley. See a shadow that's been lurking below. And I've been sprinting through the rubble with a Dutch on a double, sweat pouring. I've been here before. Wrong side of the track, man. Listen to the fat man. The devil, he gon' break you slow. Unless you catch him with a backhand, and I went with that plan. Something you all should know.
Right, because he's behind you and you're catching him with a backhand. Yeah. He's on your shoulder.
Unless you catch him with a backhand, and I went with that plan. Something you all should know. From the belly of the beast in the streets, no sheets, no eats, no priest, no word, no speak. They cheat, conceit, competing for seats. Been screaming.
I like how he says the streets, and then he's loading a magazine. Right? They've been screaming from help. Have you guys ever? I don't know how much you guys get out or anything like that, but the cities aren't very good right now. The cities are really, the streets are, man, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. Not just, America is bad, but I have friends in other countries, and I talk to them quite regularly, and then we travel a lot, and then you see things that aren't very good. What's going on? I'm very savvy when it comes to, staying away from certain parts of the city because the streets are just nasty and the devil's just lurking everywhere. And, you see that magazine, he's loading that magazine. That kind of really hit home a little bit there because, the devil kind of, we're killing each other and shooting each other, blasting each other. You guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too graphic here, but there's a lot of messed up stuff going on in the world right now. And, I'm a little sensitive to it a little bit because you once you start seeing people, if you're wherever you're at, like I live out in the country right now, but I'm very aware of what is happening within the big cities. Downtown Portland is a wreck. It's a complete mess. And I know people don't want to admit it that live down there. They say it's fine because they're just used to it. They've got accustomed to the environment, but it can be better than what it is. And it's not a very pleasant place. If you go to San Francisco, very, very bad San Francisco. The San Franciscoans, they see it every day, so they kind of get accustomed to the way it is, and then they think it's perfectly normal. But someone from the outside coming in, we're like, bro, the devil is everywhere around these cities. New York, Chicago. Again, people get accustomed to it, and then you think that's the norm. So you don't think that the crime's bad. To you don't think that this is bad. To you don't think this is, whatever's bad. But the reality is, from someone coming from the outside looking in, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And that's the sad part of it all, is people have become so, they have just, oh man, I'm trying to be, I don't want to say something wrong here, but people kind of get brainwashed into believing that the situation that they're in is the way it's supposed to be. These cities are bad right now. The drugs that, are in these cities, people think that, they get hooked on these drugs and they start doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And the devil is just, I'm watching this video and he's just lurking. I feel like he's just lurking around, behind the back, like he's saying, Jeff saying, backhanding. It's true. It's true. It's sad. Look at this. This is our answer. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Really the only thing, and, in my opinion, is that you can spread, I don't know if Jeff's doing this for this reason or not. He's just trying to spread the word like, hey, there is an alternative to the lifestyle that you're living, and it's faith. I don't know if that's why he's doing this. Singing, putting these raps together like this, or maybe he's just expressing his faith. I don't know. I think that's probably a lot of it. He's just telling you about his faith and how he has come out of the circumstances that he's in. And I know it does help other people, but we've got to, society's got to come together at some point, and we've got to wake up, man. We've got to wake up, and we got to stop letting people, have us believe that the destitute state that we are in is the norm. You shouldn't be living on the street. Women shouldn't be getting attacked. You shouldn't have to worry it when you walk out your door. You shouldn't have to worry about it or looking behind over your shoulder if you're going to get raped or you're going to get shot or your child can't go outside and play. When I was a kid, I hate to sound like the old man here, but I am an old man. My parents would say, go out, you get on your bike and you be out and come back when the street lights come on. We didn't worry about crap. Nowadays, you get killed. You can't do that with your kids. But we've become accustomed to the nastiness, the evil. The devil, like I said at the beginning, he kind of slowly does things to you, and you kind of accept it as the norm. And you start to believe that that is the way that the life is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that way. But the devil has kind of crept in your life and incrementally, got you to believe that certain things are supposed to be a certain way when that is not true. We are not supposed to live in misery.
All should know. From the belly of the beast in the streets, no sheets, no eats, no priest, no word, no speak. They cheat, conceit, competing for seats. Been screaming for help, not days, for weeks. You're searching a dollar, I'm searching.
Screaming for help, not days, but weeks. Right? It's not just like some temporary thing. You've been doing it for a long time, but no one's listening because the devil is kind of competing for seats at the table. Yeah.
Eats, no priest, no word, no speak. They cheat, conceit.
Because there's no church. There's no church in the streets now. Church has been kind of lifted up. I see videos all the time. You see these people, these street preachers, they get kicked off the streets because they're preaching the word of God on the street corner. I know you guys see it. You know, I'm not going to get into, you know, different faiths and things like that, but Christian faith, the Christian faith is almost becoming, in America, you know, people are trying to make it seem like it's bad.
With that plan, something you all should know. From the belly of the beast in the streets, no sheets, no eats, no priest, no word, no speak. They cheat, conceit, competing for seats. Been screaming for help, not days, for weeks. You're searching a dollar, I'm searching a piece. If you ain't blood,
you're searching for a dollar. I'm searching for a piece. That can mean many things. Peace. But I'm searching for peace. I think what he means is I'm searching for peace. You're searching for a dollar. Yeah, that's crazy.
Days for weeks, you're searching a dollar. I'm searching a piece. If you ain't blood, you a burden to me. Got tears in the eyes, sight blurry for me. But I'm good off in the valley, don't you worry for me.
Right, I'm good in the valley. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Valley, don't you worry for me. I ended up in the valley, I fell off the edge. Was it something that I did? Something that I said? Was it all the little somethings adding up to bigger numbers? Started fumbling, mumbling, hell's hotter in the summer. I ain't gonna be gone, Frank, I don't be gone. Snakes and the rats, they coming, boy, be strong, be gone.
That's what I was saying earlier. The snakes and I didn't say rats, but the snakes are everywhere, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's interesting, man. Life is a wild ride, and if you don't have something to believe in, then the devil's going to control you, man. Yeah. You know, you might not be thinking you're being controlled, but that evil's going to be kind of creeping on your back and kind of telling you what to do, sitting on your shoulder here. Do this, do that. This is normal. Everyone's doing it. You won't have a productive life if you're listening to that person that's sitting on your shoulder. You're going to have a miserable life. Your relationships, everything will be distraught. You'll be looking for things like alcohol and drugs to control your life. You know, I'm not here to preach, but it's kind of true. It's true. It's true. You know, I don't want to sit in here and preach to y'all, but it's my life experience. You know, if you don't have something to help you deal with the problems of the world, you know, like a faith or a religion, you know, your faith, you're gonna have some tough times. You're gonna have some tough times.
You're negative, repetitive, and I will win, dude. I'm competitive. The good book calms, sedative. Your life is edited, but will not discredit it. Cause I know the ones you hurt, dog, you regretted it, but you were spreading it, you wretched.
Right, you were spreading it. You were wretched. Ooh, hold on.
The good book calms, sedative. Your
right. The good book calms. It's a sedative. The good book helps you. It is a sedative. That's so clever.
Will win, dude. I'm competitive. The good book calms. Sedative. Your life is edited, but will not discredit it, because I know the ones you hurt.
Right. He's saying, I'm not going to discredit your life, but the good book is a sedative. It will help you.
Sedative. Your life is edited, but will not discredit it, because I know the ones you hurt, dog. You regretted it, but you were spreading it. You wretched. Get down. I know the one that you cannot.
Get down. Get on your knees. And he's got the cross here. Yeah, this is great, man. This is great. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, I know I kind of get into these little, you know, my life circumstances. There are sometimes I wish I could tell you guys a lot about my life. Maybe one of these days, but people live rough lives, man. People have a really rough time. And if you don't have anything that can kind of help lift you out of that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard. That's why I like this music. I like this kind of music. Like I said, I don't expect him to do this every time when it comes to his music, but I like the fact that he's not afraid to put this kind of music out, because, you know, at the end of the day, this kind of music is very uplifting, because he's explaining to people, this is how my faith has helped me. So I just wanted to say that.
If your life is edited, but will not discredit it, because I know the ones you hurt, dog. You regretted it, but you were spreading it. You wretched. Get down. I know the one that you cannot let down. So bet now. Coin toss, heads or tails, beds of a feather or couches in hail. You need directions in the valley. I know them well.
Right. He's saying, if you need directions, I know them well because I've been there. And then he's showing this picture of this woman here, or people praying. Very, very nice.
Hell, you need directions in the valley. I know them well.
I like that. Man, I got to talking so long, my light burned out, and now you can't see the light on the side of my face. Yeah, that was a really good song. Love listening to Moccasin Creek on a Friday. Yeah, that's that kind of stuff. I know not everybody is really accepting of the religious undertones in some of the artists, but it's not for everybody. But I think all he's asking you is he's giving you a way out if you ever get to feeling kind of low and down, and maybe your life's not doing the best. There are ways that you can kind of lift up out of that and really enhance your life. And I'm not here to tell you what to do or proselytize or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you that, through many of men and women, have been lost in their lives, and they have found faith, and it has changed their lives, and I just think this kind of music is really important. And there's a place for this music. There's a place for this kind of music, and these topics, definitely a place for these topics. You guys have a great weekend. Hey, look, the world is a sucky place right now. We're talking about devil and sin and all this other stuff. You guys know. Look around. Do the best you can to change your circumstances. And if you don't, it don't cost any money to start believing, if you know what I'm saying, right? It's free. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.